recital. I really appreciate seeing all these friends here. That's great. I'm going to sing a few songs, original songs, to start with, and then Betty's going to join in. Sit down, make yourselves at home. First one I wrote a long time ago. It's a true story about my fictional grandmother. One, two, 3, 4. She did the rumba, and if you saw her, you'd really flip your lid. When she went dancing, pandemonium would result. Oh, how I wish that I could rumba like my Bubbie did. 'Cause when my Bubbie did the rumba, oi, gewalt! When she danced hot, the dancers all began to swelter. The men she got, although her figure could be swelter, though she never began the beguine, it isn't her fault. 'Cause when my Bubbie did the rumba, oi, gewalt!
His bellows dislocated. Though she never began the beguine, it isn't her fault. 'Cause when my Bubbie did the rumba, 'cause when my Bubbie did the rumba, 'cause when my Bubbie did the rumba, oi, gewalt. Thank you so much. This next piece is a longer piece. It's called Repair the World. And I've got to give you a trigger warning here that there is an anti-Zionist message in this one, which may be upsetting to some people. This is a fraught and difficult subject in the Jewish community. So I just wanted to give that trigger warning in advance. I would repair this old world. I'd really make it run right. I'd get the kinks out if only I knew how to stop breaking it. And I would make extra sure that every part's screwed on tight. Down through the panic, I'd plunge until I get to the crack in it. There may be still a couple bugs that need to be worked out, but I can figure out a way to deal with every problem once once I get started, I tidy up the mess around the edges. The only problem we've got to solve is how to stop breaking it. Footnote. This song is Tiefwidi Nacht, composed in 1939 by Abraham Milstein for the Yiddish language movie, A Brief Litter Mamen. When my son was a teenager, I was driving one of his classmates to the airport. She was on her way to catch a flight to New York for a nose job, because her grandmother insisted that a certain New York doctor had to do the job. In the car, I tried to convince her that she looked good as she was, but she was convinced she needed a different nose to be her true self. With that nose that she had, she wasn't who she really was. My dad aspired to be a doctor, but the medical schools had quotas on Jews in those days. So instead, he was a podiatrist. My mother aspired to have a career as a musician, but instead she had me. My parents wanted me to be a doctor. Alan Sherman's first album was called My Son, the Folk Singer. A Jewish mother tells her daughter, you should always wear nice underwear when you go outside. You never know, you could get hit by a car, God forbid. And in the hospital, you might meet a nice Jewish doctor. My grandparents spoke Yiddish to each other, but not to me. So I am a Jew who is not religious, anti-Zionist, and I don't speak our ancestral language, Yiddish, and not a doctor. A doctor gave a man 6 months to live. He couldn't pay the bills, so he gave him another 6 months. Here's a true story. When I was a junior in high school, my father took me to buy a suit, and the guy in the department store was putting pins in the pants, taking it in. I was a skinny kid. And my dad said to him to leave room in the seat for me to fill out. He thought I was going to get fat in the time I had that suit. And I knew what I knew what he was talking about. I knew he wanted me to be a nice, pudgy Jewish boy. This was a man who was not only not religious, he was anti-religion. But he wanted me to be unattractive in terms of American culture, because otherwise I would be like the Goyim. Footnote. We quote a song written in Yiddish in 1931 by Tzadik Lachman, translated to English by Daniel Kahn. Oh, you foolish little Zionists, with your utopian mentality, you'd better go down to the factory and learn the workers' reality. You'd better go down to the factory and learn the workers' reality. You want to take us to Jerusalem so we can die as a nation. We'd rather stay in the diaspora and fight for our liberation. We'd rather stay in the diaspora and fight for our liberation. It's not lost on me that this was written in 1931 when Hitler's Nazi Party was rising to power. A true story. When I was a young man, I called my grandmother on the phone and I said, "Hello, Bubbie, it's David." And she said, "Oi, David, it's you finally? You didn't wonder if I'm dead yet?" So the community that I grew up in, was it a close-knit village of aunts and uncles who were close-knit, yes, but my great aunts and uncles were were cranky old folks with Yiddish accents who didn't pay much attention to the kids. My great Uncle Joe was a labor activist in the 1920s. In 1930, in a congressional hearing aimed at limiting immigration, Joe Robboy was cited in a list of radical Jews. Uncle Joe seemed annoyed by suburban American kids like us. So today, I identify as a cranky old guy. I had a cup of coffee with a rabbi at Grand Central Bakery. I said, if I'm a Jew who's not religious and anti-Zionist, what's left? He said, I recognized you as a Jew across the room. Well, now you've heard my autobiography, and you know that I don't speak Yiddish, and neither does almost anyone else anymore. But Yiddish is my ethnic identity. The authentic Jewish culture is Yiddish. Hebrew, the language of Israel, is not my identity. Israel shows us that religious nationalism is apartheid, but I've had to revise these words in light of current events. Today, I must say, religious nationalism is an abomination. What are the odds that a rock careening through the cosmos would harbor life-breathing oxygen left over from ancient plants? That we should be here at all is utterly inventing language, making tools, and using fire, and finally watching TikTok. While millions migrate when the land can't feed them anymore. That's quite a lot to fix, and I have doubts that I am really up to the challenge, but what's the use in getting agitated? I get so angry, we're only in this world temporarily. Consider Henny Youngman's masterpiece, Take My Wife, Please. A complete joke in 4 syllables. This is Judaism's answer to Zen Buddhism. Okay, thanks. It's a lucky thing the piano player remembers how it goes. Okay, I'm going to do one more original tune, and then I'll introduce the band, and then Betty and I will do the real program of, stuff together. So this is a song called Secrets. They had a secret, a love that they shared, 2 drifters off to see the world. They broke all the rules For just an hour they could be somebody else. Box lunch for two in their cozy motel. With their deception, just the two of them, secrets out in plain sight. What were they after? Around the next bend, over the rainbow somewhere. What do they care what anyone else will think? For two in their cozy motel. With their deception, just the two of them, secrets out in plain sight. What were they after? Around the next bend, over the rainbow somewhere. Ah, but they knew the thing that they really need. So I want to introduce our great rhythm section that is really the show. On drums, Dae Bryant. On bass, Tim Gilson. On piano, Todd Marston. How we met?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is another original song that we do together. It's a true story of how we met.
It sort of has a few true elements in it, is what he means.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, your glance caught mine in a dance pavilion. You were one in a million. Love at first sight. That's how we met.
You don't know what you're talking about. I have never been in a dance pavilion. That couldn't be.
But there were questions in the eyes of other dancers.
Not a pergola or a vestibule. What's the matter with you? Such a silly fool. However we met, you ain't said it yet. really think that you're all wet.
In a hotel in Panachel, we danced in a palapa on the lawn. In Chichicastenango one night, we danced a tango until the light of dawn.
It's really anybody's guess how I put up with such foolishness. But what can you do now that we have
Play a kazoo. Now that we have never feel blue. Now that we have met, we'll go on meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next is Doodlin. This is a vocalese piece, as it says in your program, if you have the program and can read the program notes, which means it was put by, I'm sorry, John Hendricks put words to this song by
Horace Silver.
Horace Silver, thank you.
It was an instrumental piece.
It was
first
an
place.
instrumental piece. And Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross sang the entire thing, all of Horace Silver's solo. There won't be a solo in this, we'll just see it straight through.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1. Using the phone booth, making a few calls, doodling weird things, using the booth walls. Got me a big date, waiting for my chick, putting her face on so she can look slick. I enjoy procrastinating, cause I'm busy while I'm waiting, doodling away, doodling away. Sitting and dining, dinner beginning, started designing, using the linen. Talking to my date, doodling my bit. Waiter got salty, told him to please quit. Told the waiter, don't be dizzy, can't you see I'm very busy. Doodling away, doodling away. Do you doodle all day?
Said the waiter in his way.
Do you doodle all night?
Told the waiter he was right.
In your doodling way,
That's the way it's gonna stay.
are you paying things right?
Doodlin sheds a lot of light.
I don't know what to do
Ain't nothing you can do.
with old doodling you.
And doodlin's all I want to do.
That's for true.
Why does every single thing I see look exactly like a doodle to me?
If I ever have a doubt what life is all about, I get my pencil out and then commence to doodling.
Cause I find it so relaxing, especially when it seems that life is really taxing.
Those weird designs, they only show what's going on in weirder minds. Cause when you doodle, then your noodle's flying by.
Every little thing that you write just conceivably might be a thought that you captured while coughing a wink. Doodling takes you beyond what you see, then you draw what you think. I feel so lost without my doodling. Doodling really helps me ease my mind. I can't lost without my doodling. When I doodle, there's one thing I
my noodle. Before he was half done, taught him to doodle. Showed him hidden thoughts and linger, finding out the through your fingers. Doodling away, doodling away. Doctor was real nice, told me to be cool. Looked at the waiter, called him the real fool. Looked at my baby, told me he dug her. Got me to doodling so he could bug her. When he put his arms around her, quite to his surprise he found her. Doodling away, we just doodle all day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
San Francisco.
San Francisco. Okay.
I left my heart in San Francisco, high on a hill. He calls to me.
I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you.
I left my heart
I'll be seeing
in San Francisco,
in all the old familiar places
high on a hill.
that this heart of mine embraces all day through.
To be where little
In the small cafe,
climb halfway to the
the park
stars.
across the way, the children's carousel, the chestnut tree, the wishing
My love waits there
I'll be seeing
in San
in
Francisco,
every lovely summer's day.
above the blue.
Everything that's light and
When
gay, I'll always think of you that way. I'll find you in the morning sun, and when the night is new, I'll be looking at the moon, but I'll be seeing you. Oh yeah, we have some costumes and things. Well, this song is a little darker. It comes from the Threepenny Opera by Brecht and Weill. In the story, Mackie, on the lam from the law, visits a whorehouse where he runs into Jenny, and they reminisce about times gone by. just the way to be. I cared for her, and she took care of me. And that arrangement seemed to work perfectly. A sailor would appear, and I'd get out of bed, went out and had a beer, and he'd crawl in instead. And when he paid his bill, back then I'd smile and say, good night, my friend, thank you anytime. And so we lived, me and my little mouse, in that snug 2x4 where we kept house.
There was a time, and now it's all gone by, when we were poor but happy, he and I. And when the night no customer would bring, and we would fight, he'd yell, "Hey, give me back my ring." A ring is nice, no doubt. It's been done without. And when he drank too much and I'd get kind of grim, I'd shout the house down how I stood a clown like him. And then he'd turn around in bed and bite my arm, and I would kick him in the teeth, meaning no harm. We were so sweet to be his little spouse in that foul 2x4 where we played house. Oh, happy time, and now it's all gone by, until we quit each other, you and I. We had our love by day, and don't you smirk. The nights, I say, are strictly meant for work. It's better by night, they say. It ain't bad by day. And then one time I felt inside a little stir. It looked like soon I might be taking care of her. Did you, son? Thank you. Let's hear it for that band. Yeah. Wow.
Maybe they could be playing something for a minute. Oh, that's an idea. We need a little costume change. Auric wrote the music for the 1952 movie Moulin Rouge, and one of the theme song from that movie became a song, Where Is Your Heart? And Mickey Katz did a parody. My bathrobe is here, but where is my pants? The closet is full with ties and pajamas. My cufflinks are there, but where is my pants? It's a sad thing to realize that you don't leave things on a place. I could wear a fancy coat, but without pants bin ich a disgrace. I found my galoshes and a package of matzahs. It's my sugar, don't make sense. Oi, where is my pants?
Your breakfast I'm making, the blintzes I'm baking, is ready, the latkes. Please come to the table. I'll make lox and bagel. We'll make with romance. Where is my pants? It's a hard thing to realize that you are such a little schnook. How can I love a yol who lost his pants right off the hook? You'd better mock Schnell. The breakfast is burning. I'll make for you poison. Where is my poison? How can I leave the house in jockey shorts? Oh, that's too flimsy. I'm liable to catch a cold. I think I'll call up Dr. Kinsey. I gedenk, I remember, it happened last September. Oi, honey, don't be breakus. I lost my pants in Las Vegas.
Terry Gilkyson wrote Cry of the Wild Goose in 1950. It became a hit with Frankie Lane, a #1 hit, and again, Vicky Katz wrote a parody. Yesterday I went to the butcher shop to buy a chicken and a couple of chops. The butcher said, "We got a grenade." The little duck heard him and he gave a shred.
I wanna go where the wild goose goes, 'cause my heart knows what the wild goose knows. Can't fly away, I'm a dead duck. It won't be long, I'll be plucked.
The butcher said, "Weighs 10 pounds." The duck, poor critter, said,
I'll soon be gone.
$6, said the butcher. The duck said,
Rockman, as I don't wanna die. I can't go where the wild goose goes, 'cause I gotta go where the butcher goes. He'll sell my body, and when I die, my gizzard and neck will be stuffed inside. Let me fly, let me fly, let me fly back. My goose is cooked up a creek, all roast in the oven, it's looking bleak. Served with the gravy all nice and brown, a curse on the butcher may you rot in the ground.
"If you hear the wild goose cry, winging north in the lonely sky, go back to sleep, lay down your head, don't mind that feather beside your head." What is next? Oh, and a mellotone.
Oh, I think I learned a half of that.
So, as your program notes say, Duke Ellington wrote in a mellotone in about 1939, I think. And Lambert, Hendricks, and Ross did a vocalise of the entire Duke Ellington arrangement.
You found, don't look at me. I'm not the band.
No, oh, well.
in a mellotone.
You take it easy every
Play a melody.
day, and life is easy every way.
In a mellotone.
Like we're rooting and looping our love.
In a mellow key.
Then you
In a mellow style.
and when you sing,
A joy to
you might well
hear.
make it swing.
Life's a melody.
Just listen, see what you're missing. I'm swinging constantly. You ought to keep it on,
There's a mellow glow.
and never leave it till you go.
Kind of mellow.
Pretty soon you're living our lives.
Sort of indigo.
Pretty days ahead, pretty skies
A
above.
song of
I'm talking about love.
and love.
I'm talking about life.
A melody.
I'm talking about living in a mellotone.
Melody. 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 Whatever you say to me, try and make it
Pretty.
melody.
Oh yeah.
Mother Nature sings
Nothing hurts sweeter than a song.
for every single little
The nature sings all day long. Life is a melody played by a natural band. No sense in goofing up the tempo.
But if you really want to draw a crowd,
Get a little smoother every groove.
holler out loud.
Everybody listen, everybody gonna
And hooting
hear.
and hollering and yelling and screaming to say,
Later when you look back and thinking what you
nothing
say,
never meaning nothing never.
then you realize you're really blowing out your head.
Just retain your poise.
Every little flower got its beauty showing. Listen by the hour, let the viewer showing. Every little moment goes on.
A plenty pretty music I know.
Sounds a little sweet, then you know it's in your head. Everybody listen, everybody gonna hear. You'll dig what's happening to me if you break down and listen to me. Slow and easy and mellow and breezy and bright, just right. Yeah, say it mellow and people will listen and learn more sweet flow. The longer the road you know. Each sound anybody put down gotta be their very own in a mellotone. Light and fluffy as a cloud, never very loud. Do you sing a sweet mellow, seldom ever in a mellow, and you're really gonna see everything you say and everything you do is gonna hang around a little while because it really used to. If I ever get blue, and I know I do, and so do you, I never worry a minute. 'Cause you know, don't you know, the blues are multicolored, all depending how you dig them and depending on your outlook. Well, let me see, weary blues, sad blues, bad blues, fall throughs, all kinds of blues, plenty of different kinds of hues, yeah, sure, but the only blue that we know is indigo.
Song of love.
Yeah, song of love. Yeah, love.
We're singing a song.
We're singing in the mellowest old tone
Mellotone.
with the feeling of our own. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tonight one? Unless you wanted to do you want to do the other person?
Which other one?
One number
No,
two.
no, let's just, no.
Just do this one, okay?
We're down to our last two. Time
Yeah.
flies when you're having fun.
Amazing. Okay.
Betty, can you name 3 kinds of nuts?
Walnuts, hazelnuts, and forget-me-nuts.
Betty, you're too smart for one girl.
I'm more than one.
You're more than one?
Yes, my mother has a picture of me when I was 2.
Music. I know you belong to somebody new, but tonight you belong to me. Although we're apart of my heart.
ostrich egg.
Her canary is hatching an ostrich egg?
Yes, but the canary's too small to cover the egg, so Bessie
Has to sit on it herself?
and hold the canary in her lap.
Way down by the street, how sweet it will seem once more just a dream in the moonlight. My honey, I know with the dawn that you will be gone, but tonight you belong to me, just a little old me.
Yes, we should. Well, thank you for everybody for coming out. It's really been fun. Yeah, encore. Oh, we could do it. You want to do an encore? I'm nervous to share.
Okay.
We just happen to have an encore. Okay.
Of all the girls I've known, and I've known some, till I first met you I was lonesome. And when you came in sight, dear, my heart grew light, and this old world seemed to me to really swell. I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I racked my brain trying to explain all the things that you do to me. My dear Mr. Shane, please let me explain. My dear Mr. Shane, is that your grand? My dear Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella, even say goodbye. Each language only helps me tell ya how grand you are. I tried to explain. My dear Mr. Shane, still kiss me and say you understand. My dear Mr. Shane, please let me explain. My dear Mr. Shane means that you're grand. My dear Mr. Shane, again I'll explain. It means you're the fairest in the land. I could say even saying each language only helps me tell ya how great you are. I tried to explain. So kiss me and say you understand. So kiss me and say you understand.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much for coming, and hope you had a lot of fun. Okay. Oh, and we should clap for our great sound people who are awesome. Yeah.